I wonder what this is.
Whatever it is, there's one over here as well. It appears to be a switch. I'll try pressing it.
But what if it's dangerous?
System online. How may I assist you?
I don't know what they are, but I guess they're not going to hurt us.
Keenly observed. In fact, I'd say they seem rather helpful. Who do you think I am? Light! To arms! Holy light!
That was close.
What in the Queendom were those things?
They were completely mechanical.
By the Founders, what sort of place is this?
Hey, Cheryl, do you think we'll ever get home?
Not without a serious attitude adjustment, we won't. Come now, Kina, let's keep moving.
Yeah, you're right.
A pity Leo isn't here so we could at least use the dimension.
Whoa! Make it stop! Light!
Night impact!
Light! That was close.
say that went well.
What's wrong?
There is something about which we must speak. When you stopped the Uzra, you did it with a great barrier of light. No offense, but it was far more powerful magic than you usually wield.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how I did it either.
And then, when we went to see the fortune teller in Vents,
What is it, Cheryl?
when she showed me your guardian spirit, what I saw was my mother.
What?
I have no doubt it was her. But how? Why? It seems as if my mother is protecting you somehow. Why is that, Kina?
I have no idea. When you say your mother, you mean the deceased queen, right?
Who else could I mean? My dear mother, Queen Synthana.
I'm sorry, Cheryl. I really don't know the reason.
I suppose, deep down, I knew that you wouldn't. Who do you think I am? Night Impact!
Come on, Magic! Nice!
Yes, I've got it. I see exactly what's going on here.
What's going on where?
You're using my mother and tormenting her spirit!
Cheryl, what are you saying?
It's true, isn't it? It has to be. You possess great magical power, do you not? Clearly, you've captured my mother's spirit and claimed her power for your own. When I saw her spirit, she looked to be in such pain.
Cheryl, I don't even know anything about your mother.
Maybe you aren't doing it on purpose, but your powers are making you do it. It's your fault that we're stuck here. Stuck in this monstrous machine world. Release my mother's spirit at once. Release her and take me home from this horrible place. I'm sorry, Kina. I know you're telling the truth. For whatever reason, my mother's spirit guards you. It's not your fault. What's gotten into me to make me say such hideous things?
Cheryl. Right now, let's focus on getting back to Leo. We can figure out the rest later.
Kina.
Come on, let's go.
I won't deign to lose. Night Impact!
Light! That was close. This place... I recognize it.
Oh? What do you know?
When Owen told Leo's fortune, we saw it. The city of machines and the malevolent god.
The malevolent god. You mean to say he could be here? And is there Macteria as well? Let us press onward, Kina. We might find out what is afoot.
Whoa!
Oh my!
They sure left in a hurry.
They seem different from the other robots somehow. Curious.
They dropped something.
It appears to be a locket.
There's a picture inside. Oh! I've seen this woman before. Back at the toy box. This is Leo's mother.
Why did that robot have such a thing?
Let's go after them. We might find something out.
What is this? A security alarm? How dare you block our path? Do you not know who I am? Stand aside for Cheryl, heir to the queendom of Vibra.
I don't think they're very interested in princesses around here. Something doesn't smell right. Look out!
Oh, how you'll glisten.
Come on, magic! How about this?
Thank you. Oh, how you'll glisten.
Here goes.
Freeze, Pilgu.
How about this?
Thank you. Now!
Ow! Holy light!
Freeze, Pilgu. I must focus.
I can do this.
What an eyesore.
Come on, magic!
I can't falter now. There you go.
Whew. Are you okay?
Thank you for your help. Night Impact!
Are you okay?
Phew. I've got you!
Light!
Now! I'd say that went well. Well, there's that taken care of. And yet, the gate remains closed.
Look, Cheryl. They're carrying those boxes over to the other side.
Perhaps we can use them to our advantage. Let us find a place from which we can ride one of the boxes. It may take us to those two robots, or even some way back home. What is it now?
Come on, magic!
To arms! Night! I'd say that went well. If we can get inside a box, we may be taken to the other side of the gate.
Let's use one of those boxes over there.
We're in. Looks like this plan is a success. We make a great team, Cheryl. Did I say something wrong? No, not at all. Cheryl? It seems as though we've made it to the other side. Let's get out of this thing.
Mission accomplished.
Indeed. Now to find those robots.
Sheesh, we're busy!
Night!
Come on, magic!
Oh, troublesome.
Ow! Light!
Ta!
Big win, right? Hey, there they are!
Let's not lose them again.
Sheesh, we're busy! Come on, magic! Holy light!
hardly a challenge.
Sheesh! We're busy! Run! Look at all the robots.
This place is certainly more inviting than what we've seen thus far.
It even smells nicer. Oh, I bet they're friendly robots.
You can tell that from the scent?
Those two robots we saw before must be around here somewhere.
Unless you can sniff them out, I suppose we'd better start looking.
Does this show the world that we're in now?
Here, you may peruse records of this realm's reorganization process. This world is completely mechanized. It is undergoing a rapid process of reorganization and compression. Current order levels are estimated at approximately 85%.
What happens when it reaches 100%?
The realm will achieve 0.
You mean it'll disappear?
Precisely. We've constructed this secret base to resist that outcome.
So all of the machines are reorganizing the realm. Except for the machines that are trying to stop it. That sounds complicated.
The most effective means of stopping the reorganization lies in chaos. Certain elements, such as hearts and emotions, are chaotic in nature. Such emotions are blessings from Lord Vam, who resists the forces of order.
Wait, did you say Lord Vam?
You can't mean Vam the Malevolent. He's the one who's been spreading bacteria all over our world. What does it all mean? What is Vam trying to do?
Are you ready? It's time. We are gonna meet them.
Yes, I mean, no. My heart is pounding.
I'm not ready.
Neither am I.
The robots from before!
They're upstairs. Hurry, before they leave again.
I cannot proceed. My heart, it is going to burst.
Settle down.
But the humans are already... Oh. Salutations.
Fleeing like common thieves is hardly behavior befitting royalty.
Wait, we can explain. Our hearts went into overdrive.
So you two are robots that possess hearts as well.
I think you dropped this.
Leo's locket, an important item.
Leo? You know Leo?
I was afraid we might have lost it. Thank you for retrieving it. It was Master Leo who installed our hearts in the first place.
Leo gave you your heart, just as Vam the Malevolent gave hearts to other robots?
Correct. It is thanks to Master Leo that all robots here can coexist. Though it may be presumptuous of me to say, Master Leo did excellent work. In fact, we have been selected to be the Great Kings for this year. Only a robot with a heart pure enough to resist order can become a Great King.
And the hearts Leo gave you were particularly pure?
Correct. We are, in a sense, much like Master Leo himself.
I knew it. That's why you smell so gentle.
Perhaps it also explains why my heart reacted so strongly to the sight of you. It beats so hard, I feared it might burst.
Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. That's Leo's heart.
Wait, so that means...
Perhaps the necklace was the ruse. And he actually has feelings for me.
Leo...
Meanwhile...
Figured it wouldn't work. I need one of the jewels on Cheryl's necklace. That's the only way I can warp to the machine realm. What can I do? Kina, Cheryl. Hang on, you two. I'll find a way to save you.
From now on, you're Prickle. You're Clicker.
Acceptable. Is there a reason for these names?
You're just kinda, prickly.
Are you suggesting my behavior has thorns somehow? This reasoning does not compute.
And you're totally clicky.
Huh? I'm clicky?
Your sense of aesthetics is truly singular, Kina.
Thanks, I think.
We dubbed thee Prickle and Clicker. Perfectly suitable names, I'd say.
We have never had such designations before. Previously, we were identified only by serial number.
Lucky us, right? Prickle?
Affirmative. We are indeed fortunate, Clicker. My heart is reacting to the sound of my new name. It feels like nervousness, but different somehow.
This feeling is joy.
Anyhow, Prickle and Clicker, we were hoping to ask a favor of you.
Ah, yes. You are looking for a way to return to your home realm. We shall assist you. It is the least we can do to thank you for our names. I will use that terminal over there to collect data on the human realm. However, I must ask for your patience, as this might take some time. I suggest that you rest your bodies in the room next door.
I'd like to ask you something, if I may.
What is your query?
Which one of us caused your hearts to beat fastest?
Seriously, Cheryl?
One moment. Calculating. According to diagnostic data,
Deciding also made my heart go ba-bump, ba-bump.
I suggest that you rest your bodies in the room.
What's wrong?
Let's see. Bacteria gathers chaos for Vam the Malevolent. It's brought to the machine realm to oppose the forces of order. And order is...
Cheryl, you're going to wear yourself out. Let's just rest up and focus on getting back home, okay?
Yes, I suppose you're right. But still, there's something that gnaws on my mind.
Using this terminal, I have investigated your origins. You came from the human realm. Please observe. are you familiar with wormholes?
There's a hole in the sky over Vents. Is that a wormhole?
This machine realm is connected to the human realm by a wormhole. Lord Vam has modified Sentinel units to create new machines. He also created a wormhole in order to send them to your realm.
Let me guess. Those machines are the Mecteria, and they're traveling to our world through the wormhole.
So if I'm getting this right, the wormhole connects to our world. It's like a tunnel between this world and ours.
Vam creates the Mecteria here in the machine realm, then sends it through the wormhole to contaminate our realm.
For clarity's sake, I will use your term, Mecteria, in further explanation. The Mecteria was created for the purposes of collecting emotion.
What purpose could that serve?
Vam is acting in opposition to order. By gathering emotions, he gathers chaos for his cause as well. Bestowing hearts upon the robots here is another form of his protest.
I might be wrong, but if that wormhole connects to our world, we might be able to use it to go home.
It certainly seems plausible. But before we jump in, might I use that device? I'd like to see what else it can tell us.
This device directly accesses the user's memories to transmit information. However, its effects on a human subject have not been verified.
I want to try it.
Oh.
This feels strange. I can't smell anything. Is this a dream or something?
The first daughter. Tragedy rocked the queendom of Vibra. The newborn princess had been kidnapped. The kidnapper left a sinister message, which hung like a storm cloud over the palace.
We are here to darken the future of Vibra. We have taken your nameless princess, she who shall call chaos upon the queendom. We demand the immediate termination of the royal bloodline and the full transfer of power to the people.
Vibra, having barely just finished celebrating the birth of the princess, was now filled with mourning over her disappearance. Queen Synthana and her husband, Prince Garland, rallied their most trusted vassals. The company immediately began searching for the missing princess. In 2 days' time, Prince Garland managed to track down the kidnapper's hideout. But the newborn princess was nowhere to be found. The child had vanished without a trace. Queen Synthana put on a brave face before her subjects, though inside, she was racked with grief over her daughter's disappearance.
Children of Vibra, I thank you for the many tears you've shed for your dear princess. No matter what threats befall our nation, I will continue to serve you, good people of Vibra. I urge you to wipe your tears and remain positive.
The queen boldly addressed and implored her subjects, but they were shocked to see the toll tragedy had taken on her body. Queen Synthana appeared before her people 3 days after the princess's abduction. In that short time, she had become thin and frail. Her body betrayed the desperation in her heart as a mother who had lost her daughter. But strength still shined in her eyes. She refused to let her citizens succumb to despair as she had. Still, it was plain to see that the Queen was pushing herself too far. The search for the heiress to the throne continued, but the abducted princess's whereabouts remained unknown.
This is my fault,
the Queen said, her eyes tired and hollow. Prince Garland took his wife's frail hand into his own, but all he could say to comfort her was,
"It is not your fault. It is not your fault."
Garland's voice wavered as he repeated these words again and again. Synthana watched her husband in silence.
The future I'd once envisioned is no longer possible. I no longer have the power to lead the people of Vibra.
We only need more time. Our people will grant us that.
I feel so weak.
The Queen could barely manage a whisper.
I've tried reaching out for her again and again, but I fear I've done all that I can do.
Queen Synthana was a powerful mage. It stood to reason that her daughter would inherit such power. Since the abduction, Synthana had tried desperately to detect her daughter's magical energy. But she had not found a single hint of the princess, and now her own powers waned within her. In her grief, the Queen's magic dwindled. It was as if Queen Synthana's heart had frozen, totally overwhelmed by the loss of her daughter.
Oh, if only I'd given her a name straight away, instead of waiting for her naming ceremony. Try as I might to call for her, she's without a name to call. I can still feel her warmth in my hands. Her tiny body, so fragile, so delicate.
Tears streamed down Queen Synthana's face. Prince Garland gently wiped his wife's cheeks dry.
My queen, please, try to be at ease. I am here with you. I know it seems as though there's no end to this sadness, but I am by your side to bear it with you.
Prince Garland squeezed her hand tightly. He hoped that he could give her his warmth, his presence, in place of their daughters, and thus share with her some of his strength. Synthana finally lifted her gaze to meet her husband's. Looking into her tear-drenched eyes, Garland spoke.
You must focus on your own health. It's the best thing you can do for her now.
Prince Garland reached out to hold Synthana. Synthana surrendered to her husband's tender embrace and wrapped her arms around them. He held her even tighter. Synthana needed his support. It was as vital to her as the air she breathed. The princess's whereabouts remained unknown. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. In time, the Vibran public came to assume their princess was dead, but none dared say so out loud. The citizens remained strong and granted Queen Synthana and Prince Garland fealty and love. Eventually, the people of Vibra stopped talking about the nameless princess altogether.
Is this a story about the queen that's evidently protecting me? I don't get it.
Where am I? My senses are betraying me. No, they've abandoned me entirely.
The second daughter. Several years had passed since the princess was abducted. At long last, the queendom of Vibra awoke to a joyous new morning. For Queen Synthana was expecting her second child. That wasn't all of Synthana's newfound fortune. Her magical power had also regenerated somewhat, perhaps due to her renewed desire to protect her new daughter. The adoring cries of Queen Synthana's faithful subjects welcomed her second child into the world. When the day of this new princess's naming finally arrived, she was given the name Cheryl. Cheryl grew up under careful protection, never far from Synthana's loving, watchful eye. Even as a toddler, Cheryl proved to be a quick thinker, and she grew into a fearless young girl. The people of Vibra, enthralled by their second princess, eventually all but forgot about her missing sister. Except for Synthana herself. When Cheryl was 3 years old, Queen Synthana fell deathly ill. Her court doctors did their best to uncover the root of the sickness that gnawed at their queen, but their trials all ended in failure. Queen Synthana withdrew from the public eye and spent her days lying in bed. Still, the young Cheryl would regularly visit the queen's bedroom, where her mother was usually well enough to teach her magic. At times, though, Synthana could do nothing but silently gaze into the distance. Cheryl sensed a great sadness in her mother's heart. She worked hard to make her mother smile again, doing her best to stay positive and clearly demonstrate the progress she'd made in her magical training. But Cheryl knew the truth. The queen had never given up the search for her unnamed sister. This created an unspoken tension between mother and daughter, a tension that even Prince Garland couldn't understand. Time passed, but Synthana showed no signs of recovery. The queen grew more and more gaunt by the day.
Mother's going to die.
Cheryl murmured one evening at the dinner table. Her words struck a dissonant chord with Prince Garland. He believed he knew the cause of his wife's terrible illness. Grief for the twin losses of her firstborn and her magical powers.
You're right, my darling,
said Queen Synthana, smiling sadly at her husband.
As you say, I cannot let go of our missing daughter. Her absence eats away at me even now. When she was here, I couldn't protect her. When she was gone, I couldn't save her. Is she alive? Or is she dead? I cannot even mourn her uncertainty.
Guilt and doubt had built up inside the queen, like rocks in a riverbed, slowly but surely wearing down what strength she had left. Giving birth to Cheryl and watching her grow up in safety only served to push her guilt for the loss of her firstborn over the brink. Unable at last to control the pain she'd kept harnessed for years, Queen Synthana knew she had reached a point of no return.
No, my queen, I forbid it. Ending your life would not change a thing.
Prince Garland was deeply saddened when he heard his wife's decision.
I am sorry, my darling, but I can never forgive myself for my weakness that day. Please, watch over Cheryl. She is a very strong child, but also very sensitive. She understands why I feel I must leave this world. I did so want to stay by her side. There is so much that I wanted still to teach her. I wanted to hold her hand and show her so many things. I wanted to walk with her and talk with her. I have failed both of my daughters.
Sensing something was amiss, Cheryl came running into the room. She dashed over to her mother and clung fast to her. Her attendant stepped in soon afterwards, but maintained his distance from the family.
I beg your pardon, Your Highness. I was unable to stop Princess Cheryl.
Never mind. Thank you, Sebastian.
Synthana smiled at the attendant to assuage his guilt. She then caressed Cheryl's hair gently.
Cheryl, you're such a strong girl.
Mother, don't.
Cheryl felt the weak touch of her mother's fingertips. She could tell the Queen barely had any strength left.
Cheryl, there is something I need to tell you. You must find your own destiny.
Destiny?
Cheryl repeated.
I tried my hardest to find my own destiny too. But your destiny belongs to you alone. You must find it. When you do, you'll become much stronger. You will grow into a queen worthy of your subjects' love.
Synthana reached out to Cheryl and closed her eyes. She tenderly ran her fingers through her daughter's hair. Both Cheryl and Garland sat beside her, watching without saying a word. Synthana's hand slowed to a stop. A moment later, it softly fell onto Cheryl's shoulder. At last, Queen Synthana was at peace.
I see. This is an old memory. A memory about my older sister who went missing. Oh, how her disappearance haunted you, Mother.
Cheryl, are you there? It's like I can feel you beside me. It's so strange.